You know, I'm watching the news from CBC from yesterday, and the first story is the Pope visiting, and there's so many still imbalances in the common sense of the people primates reporting the news. For example, so many people are saying how amazing it is for the Pope to have mobility issues and to do this. And I haven't heard anybody say yet that some of the First Nations elders who are part of this also have these issues and how much they should be praised without having as much resources, as the Pope to compensate for this mobility issue. So it's a great imbalance of value from one human to another that is to be discussed. I guess only by Homo sapiens. The Homo community can't notice these things. I see still a lot of mention of every child matters, and I'll get back to that in this vlog here. But also, the Pope should not only apologize for the role of the Catholic Church, and really all Christians, really, but also to Canada, because Canada has used the stagnation of the Catholic Church to also stagnate as an excuse. But again, that there's so much monetary compensations that haven't been delivered, that were promised, that there's so many artifacts at the Vatican that should be returned, that there is still a lot of lack of investigation into things. Like an apology from a figure that is just a regular guy, really, is just a way to avoid all the accountability that needs to be done for the proper closure. And also that there's a lot of Christians who still see imbalances in the value of other human beings, such as First Nations, when it comes to the behaviors today. So the residential school trauma isn't only with the First Nations, it is with Canadian culture and Canadian rednecks who go to church and who have gone to schools where they have looked at these books where it says that these are categories of people and these are the superior ones and these are the inferior ones. So all these things can't be done with one apology that is vague and generalized. So I mean, it's a beginning, but it would have to be the next 10 popes do it, and the next 10 prime ministers do it. But again, it would have to be you put it in a census, and you ask people to write a few sentences as Canadians. And when it reaches the point that at least 85% of Canadians in a census show an understanding in these sentences about the history of their country, and what they chose to be silent about or partake in for that long. If you don't get that, then you don't really get closure. So if you think that just a couple of words suddenly undoes the past, when in all parts of the world now we see the same cycles of history being repeated again and again. So this is a vlog about work industries, okay? So I take great joy in working with children, and I am exceptional at working with children. And I know that staying in BC or Canada, let's say getting the ECE, if I got that, it'd be easier to get work. But the thing is when I was sent to these courses, students believed I was a teacher, and the teacher was happy I was there. She shared with me in private. She shared how she had to dumb down the classes because she was getting complaints from students having too much work after decades of giving the same course. And BC still trying to collect student loans when I ended the program after such facts, when I was already getting results with children that surpassed my supervisors, who wanted me more to be their union representative than really pursuing the ECE certification, which, I should have been given that training, not receiving it. So again, a culture that might have, let's say a worker has on their lawn or on their car, every child matters, and then a scenario comes up. And scenarios are right and wrong come up a lot with me because I can point them out. This is one of these scenarios. Let's get out of zombie mode and do the right thing. And this is when you can see that most of the people who claim that every child matters does not act in such a way. So I'm still stuck in BC in the sense that as a worker with a lot of skill sets, including those that are amazing with kids, and that I should be training others about, and not just having others have me jump through hoops to continue work that I'm getting results about. So if every child matters, either teacher certifications or ECE, or even jobs where you monitor things and investigate complaints, these are jobs I should already have been in and training people if the people that claim that every child matters really acted in such ways.